Square and Department Joshua, point of national interest yakanangana nevarwi vesununguko vatinoti veterans. Mubati wechigaro vana vari kutambudzika zvakanyanya kunyanya muzvipatara. Makadzi avanopiwa ekuti varapwe pachena aya haasi kushanda. Vazhinji vavo vari kudzokera pazvipatara vasina kurapwa kana kuti vasina kubatsirwa. Varwi verusununguko havasi kudya zvavanofanira kunge vachidya, asi ruzhinji ruchidya zvakanaka. Mubati wechigaro tiri kuvaona vana vavo vari kuzvikoro, mafizi avo ari kunonoka kubhadhara.
Measures are in place. Measures are in place to attend to what the honorable member is raising and is consummated accordingly. So, your point of interest may be misplaced because the government is on course in attending to those issues. Are there any notices of motion? Honorable Shamu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and a very good afternoon to you. I rise, Mr. Speaker, to give notice that on Thursday, the 16th of May 2024, I will move that this House takes note of the report of the delegation on benchmarking visits to Sweden, Latvia, and Finland, held from the 4th to the 11th of March 2024. I thank you.
Thank you. Any further notice of motion? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mr. Speaker, I rise to give notice that on Thursday, the 16th of May, I will move that this House concerns about the stage in cases of piracy, where intellectual property rights and copyright acts are being violated with impunity by unscrupulous individuals, and noticing that many academic textbooks approved and sent books by the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education have been unlawfully photocopied and subsequently sold on the black market. In the world that authors of such textbooks have been prejudiced of huge sums of money, leaving them poverty-stricken and destitute. Further worried that publishing houses have also lost huge amounts of money in the form of investment for the printing and publication of such textbooks, and cognizant that the continued photocopying of textbooks and the unlawful reselling of such textbooks continue to bleed the economy of the nation and causes massive brain drain that compromises the quality of education in our country. Now, therefore, this House resolves that the compensation fund be established to rescue authors of textbooks and musicians who have lost their intellectual property through
Thank you. Any further notice of motion? Honorable Government Chief,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that orders number 1 to 14 be stood over until order number 15, 16, 17, and 18 and be disposed of in that order.
any seconder?
I second.
Thank you. Any objection? Notice of motion number 15. The Minister of Public Service, Labor and Social Welfare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. International Convention on the Protection.
That's the Deputy Minister. That's the Deputy Minister.
The Deputy Minister of Public Service, Labor and Social Welfare.
Who?
Mercedina.
Surname?
Dina. Mercedina.
What did it say now?
Dina.
Dina. Dina. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. International Convention on the Protection of the Rights of all Migrant Workers and Members of their Families, adopted by General Assembly Resolution 45/158 of 18th December 1990. I will just summarize, concentrating on the preamble. The state parties to the present convention, taking into account the principles embodied in the basic instruments of the United Nations concerning human rights, in particular the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the International Covenant on Economic and Social and Cultural Rights, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the International Convention on the Elimination of all forms of racial discrimination, the Convention on the Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women, and the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Taking into account also the principles and standards set forth in the relevant instruments elaborated within the framework of the International Labour Organization, especially the Convention concerning Migration for Employment number 97, the Convention concerning Migration in Abusive Conditions, and Recommendation concerning Migration for Employment number 86. The Recommendation concerning Migrant Workers number 151. The Convention concerning Forced or Compulsory Labor number 29. And the Convention concerning Abolition of Forced Labor number 105, reaffirming the importance of principles contained in the Convention against discrimination in education of the United Nations, educational, scientific, and cultural organizations. Recalling the Convention against torture and other cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment. The Declaration of the Fourth United Nations Congress on the Prevention of Crime, and the treatment of offenders, the Code of Conduct for Law Enforcement Officials, and the Slavery Convention. Recalling that one of the objectives of the International Labour Organization, as stated in its constitution, is the protection of the interests of workers when employed in countries other than their own, and bearing in mind the expertise and experience of that organization in matters related to migrant workers and members of their families. Recognizing the importance of the work done in connection with migrant workers and members of their families in various organs of the United Nations, in particular the Commission on Human Rights and the Commission for Social Development, and in the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and the World Health Organization, as well as in other international. Therefore, move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or is executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the International Convention on the Protection of All Migrant Workers and members of their families, which came into force now therefore in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid convention be and is hereby approved for ratification. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Minister. The question before the House, the motion.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Yes, that's Honorable Shoriwa. Yes, please proceed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, let me start by saying that in principle, I don't have a problem Speaker said, if you look at Zimbabwe, in the farms, and some of them up to now, Mr. Speaker said, following the late reform, some of them have not been properly compensated, given the fact that they rise just as ordinary workers. But we failed, Mr. Speaker said, during that course of time. And I'm just wondering, Mr. Speaker said, the agents of this matter, I know, for instance, that in South Africa, we do have quite a number of Zimbabweans. There is no country today that we can hardly fail to find ensure that the executive should agency ensure that all the various ministries that have actually entered into these agreements should quickly bring them before this August House, so that we can actually look at them while they are still hot. We don't want a situation where we take this long period to have this August House to go through the treaties which the executive is taking in terms of bringing these treaties before this August House. I thank you.
Any further debate? Oh, Honorable Mr. Tangina.
The noted application ndazvitenga nokuti pachirungu vanoti ivo maopen nozivisa makosi okupedzisira better late than never. Yavhara ira kushanda zvemunyika iyoyo kana vanobva kuzhe vachida kuuya muzoshanda munyika isiri yokwavo, chikonzero ndechekuti vanenge vayemura. Saka mukaona executive yoti ichindai chinorwadare nenyika kuti inoti inazvo inoratwaya here rinogamuchira here, aiwa izvi zvakanaka izvi vatikuchigara. Asi chichemo chandanga ndiinacho vatikuchigara ndechekuti tichikura takambowa kuti kwai nzou yakasvika pamusha ikati kuri kunaya gaini kuisa mukomoro wangu mukati, kandipinda kandikokombo pinda musoro pinda uya vanofuna kuchengetedzwa nesu savagari vemuzimbabwe. Asi ngapaiswewo mutemo watinoita ratifai zvemuno zvakare kuti kana wauya chifamba wozhira nzira inofambwa nevarimo, nokuti kwatiri kupinda nako mumabasa kumisha tiri kuvawana maimigirant workers iwayo arimo, vopotazve vorovazve mumvuri uya wavanenge vakavandarira zuva. So zvinobuda kuti zvine kuruboshwe zvoendawo kurudyi. Kana wapuwa kushanda chibatana navaya venyika iyoyo kuti ushande pamwechete. Aiwa ine andaiona paine gadziko nokuti chawaitira mumwe newewo chinonzi vakuitirewo kana uchinge wabudawo munyika. Minista vauya nacho chichibva mutungamiri wenyika achiti chionei achivheneka ini ndachikwanisa kuchika maita ini.
Any further debate? Any further debate? Honorable Leader of Government.
Mr. Speaker, I think this afternoon, you are very generous. You want to promote me to a higher office. Mr. Speaker,
You must cure my sling of the tongue.
Mr. Speaker, I would also want to add my voice in support of the ratification of the International Convention on the Protection of all migrant workers and members of their families. government should be applauded. It's a right, it's really a right throughout the world that has been taken seriously by the United Nations to ensure that those who migrate from one country to another, especially for those who are coming either to Zimbabwe or any other country for employment purposes, they must also get the rights that are according to other people in the same territory. The issue related to the delays in ratification after signing, I don't think they are neither here nor there, because once you have signed, you are saying to the international community, I will not oppose the object of this protocol. So in a way, you are saying in support of that. So from 2004, Zimbabwe was as good as supporting the protocol. So we were there and supporting it, even in our deeds, in our actions, we were already supporting this protocol. You can see that we have so many of migrant workers here in Zimbabwe who are getting the same benefits even before we ratified. So we were not opposing this protocol. So I think I want to urge honorable members to just support this. It's a very important move by the state to ratify the protocol. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Any further debate?
I put the question that
Whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the International Convention on the Protection of Poor Migrant Workers and members of their family, which came into force on the 1st July 2003. Whereas Article 85 of the Aforesaid Convention provides that instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the Secretary General of the United Nations. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the Aforesaid Convention be and is hereby approved for ratification. Those who are of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The question is accordingly affirmed, and the Aforesaid Convention is hereby approved for ratification.
June 2020. Whereas Article 28 of the Aforesaid Protocol provides that instruments of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of
Being there no debate, I put the question that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the protocol to the African Charter on the Rights of Older Persons, which was adopted in January 2016 and signed on June 17, 2020, whereas now be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved for ratification. Those who have that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The question is accordingly affirmed, and the aforesaid protocol is hereby approved for ratification. Notice of motion number 17. The Honorable Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the Protocol on African Charter on Human and People's Rights on the rights of citizens to social protection and social security, which was adopted on 6 February 2022. Whereas Article 35 of the aforesaid protocol provides that instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved for ratification. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question before the House is a motion by the Honorable Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, as set forth on pages 506 of today's order paper. Is there any debate? I put the question that within Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the protocol to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights on the rights of persons with disabilities, which was adopted on 29th January 2018. Whereas Article 40 of the aforesaid protocol provides that the instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved for ratification. Those who have that opinion will say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. and the aforesaid protocol is hereby approved for ratification. Notice of motion number 18, the Honorable Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that the international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the protocol on African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of persons with disabilities, which was adopted on 29 January 2018. Whereas Article 40 of the aforesaid protocol provides that the instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. I'm sure that's exactly what the clerk is highlighting.
Yes, I think there was a slip of the tongue. Madam Deputy Speaker, I think you have to redo order number 17 as it appears in the order paper. Order number 17. And I hope Hansard will take note and record the correct thing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that the international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the protocol on African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of citizens to social protection
Of
and
persons.
rights of persons.
You have a different order paper there. Does it say citizens or persons?
African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of citizens. Persons. On the rights of persons.
Yes. Should be right of persons.
To social protection and social security, which was adopted on 6 February 2022.
No. Can you take the correct order paper, Honorable Minister?
I'm sorry. I move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the Protocol on African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of persons with disabilities, which was adopted on the 29th of January 2018. Whereas Article 40 of the aforesaid protocol provides that the instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved for ratification. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question before the House is a motion by the Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare is set forth on page 506 of today's order paper. Is there any debate? Is there any debate? Honorable Minister, can you switch off your mic, please? Is there any debate? I put the question that within section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the protocol to the African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of persons with disabilities, which was adopted on 29 January 2018. Whereas Article 40 of the aforesaid protocol provides that the instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved for ratification. Those who are of that opinion will say aye. Those of the contrary opinion will say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The question is accordingly affirmed, and the aforesaid protocol is hereby approved for ratification. Notice of motion number 18. Please stick to the same order paper, please. The Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that whereas Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe provides that an international treaty which has been concluded or executed by or under the authority of the President does not bind Zimbabwe until it has been approved by Parliament. Whereas the Republic of Zimbabwe is desirous to ratify the Protocol on African Charter on Women and People's Rights on the rights of citizens to social protection and social security, which was adopted on the 6th of February 2022. Whereas Article 35 of the aforesaid protocol provides that instruments of ratification shall be deposited with the chairperson of the African Union Commission. Now, therefore, in terms of Section 327, subsection 2A of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, this House resolves that the aforesaid protocol be and is hereby approved
question before the House is a motion by the Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, as set forth on page 5 of today's order paper. Is there any debate?
There's debate, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, please switch off your mic.
Honorable Shorio, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this protocol, Mr. Speaker, was signed in 2022, and Mr. Speaker where I was complaining about the gap, but in this case, the gap is all right. But what I just find a bit tricky, Mr. Speaker, is that whilst we need to make sure that we approve this treaty, Mr. Speaker, but I think when we signed, I think Zimbabwe should actually have been taken some steps that shows that we have actually signed such a protocol which respects the social protection and social security. What I find here, Mr. Speaker, is that since 2022, 2023, even the 2024 budget that we passed last December, they've actually been down a slide in respect to our budget as a country towards social protection and social security of our people. Whereas after signing, we should have actually seen a move by government. Today, Mr. Speaker, and I say this, being an MP that represents a high-density suburb, where most of the people are living beyond poverty data line, where most of our people, Mr. Speaker, require protection and assistance